Hey everyone, this is Joseph the Eraser coming in with another deck profile. Today we're going to be talking about one of the three dual terminal decks that I have in my possession, and I'm going to be talking about the Nekroz deck. It's very sad that I didn't manage to play this guy when he was in the limit on his time, because when I was building the deck, I wanted to play this deck with this card, but when the ban list hit, it's a shame that I cannot play it. But I managed to find a substitute for the card. But anyway, without further ado, let's dive into the world of Duel Terminal and let's get into the deck profile. So, starting off, I run the one Great Sorcerer of the Nekroz. Basically, if this card's treated with a card phase, you can add a spellcaster Nekroz Ritual Monster from your deck to your hand. If this card was banished, you can send one Nekroz monster from your deck to the graveyard, except himself. So basically, if we're using him for sending your materials that you need to the graveyard, it's so you can continue your ritual summon. So basically, you can use Nekroz Mirror. The next I run is two Dancer Princess of the Nekroz. Basically, she protects your opponent cannot target cards in response to Nekroz Ritual spell card. Nekroz monster you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If this card is tribute by a card fetch, you can target one of your banished Nekroz monsters except herself and add it back to the hand. Excuse me, I have something out in my throat. So, next I run one Ariel, Priestess of the Nekroz. Basically, she is an interesting card. Basically, her effect is she gains the level depending on the number of Nekroz monsters you get in your hand, and she gains the level. So, you go for a big ritual summon plays with this card. Man, what's going on today? Okay. Anyway, I run the one Hexa Enforcer of the Nekroz. Basically, he's more using it like tribute him with a card effect, get your dragon, Nekroz and Ritual Monster. Now for the non-Nekroz monsters, I run the substitute card for Shurit. I run two of Gishki Shadow and one Gishki Vision. Basically, in using this card, it allows me to ritual summon my Nekroz Ritual monsters using them as full tribute, because it works for the Gishkis. It has the effect that if you ritual summon exactly one water ritual monster with a card effect that requires use a monster, these cards will use the full tribute. Next, I run the two Manjus. However, many people run this at 3. That's basically mandatory. Run these cards at 3. But since I don't have the opportunity to basically get me another card, but in time I'll try to get another one to run, so I will have 3. Basically, this card allows you to get a ritual monster or ritual spell from the deck to the hand. And then I run the 3 Senju. Basically, this card only searches the ritual monster. Well, that's for the normal monsters. Onto the ritual monster. Now, for the ritual monsters, I run 3 Nekroz of Clausulas. Basically, discard him so you can add a Nekroz ritual spell card. His other effect is basically during either player's turn, you can target one face-up monster on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck until the end of this turn. That target attack becomes 0 and has its effect negated. So basically, this deck is much more concentrating on basically counteracting the extra deck. So basically, this deck is much more against fusion, synchro, Xyz, pendulums, or even the link monsters that were thrown into the extra deck. That come from the extra deck. Even if the extra monster zones, that's even much better. I run the limit 1 card of Nekroz of Unicorn. I don't have no problems with this card at 1. When I tried to play this, I understand what reasons. Basically, this card discard and add a Nekroz. Okay, here it is. Target one Nekroz card in the graveyard and put it back into the hand. And as long as discard face up on the field, the effects of the monster that was summoned from the extra deck are negated. So as long as discard on the field, they will not do nothing. I run the one Nekroz of Cataster. Basically, I don't really care about the discard effect. I mainly need it for his monster effect. Basically, is at the start of the damage step, if a Nekroz monster you control battles an opponent monster face up that was special summon for the extra deck, destroy that monster. So basically, this card is good if you combine it with Nekroz of Unicorn and that's a percent of the Nekroz. It's very good when I did it with my friends. It's very good. I run the limit one card of Bryonic. Bryonic, basically discard him, add a Necro monster from your deck to your hand. Basically, he's a searcher. The other is you could target up to 2 face-up monsters on the field that were special summoned from the extra deck, shuffle it into the deck. I run the one Nekroz of Unicorn. Unicorn is very good for basically discard her, protect your Nekroz monsters. The other is basically you can discard one Nekroz card and target one card on the field destroyed. I run the one Nekroz of Valkyries. Many people run this card at 3, that's basically the mandatory, and the others are 2. But how this card is pricey at the current moment, I can't basically get it. In the near future, I may try to get this another one, and I may try to find another. Next, I run the Nekroz of Trishula. Sorry sorry for the laughing in the background. There's maybe some situations. But continuing off on Trishula. Basically, you, during any player's turn, when a card effect that activates a target a Nekroz monster, you can discard this card and negate the activation. The other effect is basically the effect of Trishula. Much more in sense. And the final ritual monster is a Nekroz of Decisive Armor. Basically, I mainly use this card when in my hand. Basically, discard him, target a Nekroz monster, it gets 1,000 attack and defense, so this card gives a boost. Well, that's it for the ritual monsters. On to the spells. For the spells, I run 2 of Nekroz Mirror. Basically, ritual summon your Nekroz monster. Use material from the hand field or banish Nekroz monster from the graveyard's materials to ritual summon. Nekroz, I run 3 Nekroz of Nekroz Cycle. Basically, this card, use your monster from the hand of the field, then you can ritual summon your Nekroz monster from the hand or even from the graveyard. So I run this card because I like this one. And I run 3 of the Kaleidoscope. I can use this card to basically use materials from the extra deck to summon multiple Nekroz monsters based on the level that I use for the materials. So basically, the other effect that I rarely even use about these three cards is basically, if you don't have you control no monster, banish this card and a Nekroz monster, add a spell of them. So I don't really care much. I run the one Preparation Rites. Basically, add a level 7 or lower ritual monster from the deck to the hand and a ritual spell card from the graveyard to the hand. I run Pot of Acquittance. Basically, target 3 banished monsters, shuffle it 3 into the deck, then draw 1 card for draw power, and keep reusing your monsters. Reinforcement of the army to get your Clausulus, and the 3 MST to basically pop back row. That's it for the spells. On for the trap. For the trap is basically less than basically for the rest of the cards. I run Grizzling Prison to basically use this card if I have a ritual monster already up on the field, so I can stop my opponent from ever using Synchro or Xyz or using their effects on their turn. And I run the one Solemn Warning. That's for it for the traps. On for the extra. For the extra deck, I run basically the less, but basically they are target for the Kaleidoscope. Basically, I run 2 of the level 12 monsters for target for Kaleidoscope, and the Hero of Arclight. Basically, I use Kaleidoscope to basically get Unicorn and use this effect to add a ritual monster or ritual spell card from the deck to the hand. And basically, that is for the end for the main deck. Well, that is the end of the deck profile. If you like the video, let's give it a big thumbs up on there if you like. If you missed any of the previous deck profiles that I made, I will leave a link to the playlist of the Yuga deck profiles I made in the description down below, so you can check it out. If you want to stay alert on future profiles that I will make or any future videos that I will create, let's erase that subscribe button so you can check that out. And that's it. So that is basically the end for the Nekroz deck profile. And remember, don't let your dreams be dreams, and let your dreams be a reality. See you guys then. Oh yeah, I just remembered. One tiny thing. Konami, if you or you may watching this video and want some point, it's a tiny favor to ask. Please limit this guy back to 1 again. Mama and Papa need to chill his baby boy. Just do something to bring him back or change his effect, whatever. But please bring him back. Even if maybe in a future ban list, but please bring it back. But in any case, that's it for the video. I'll see you guys next time.